Hello, Erin.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are things in the county?
We are really pleased that we were able to open for tastings last week, and we have a new restaurant as well that we opened on the premises with
Oh,
we partnered with a restaurant group from Picton called the Vineyards, and they're running our little sandwich shop this year. So we were able to have a nice dip into the tasting season last weekend. It was really nice. People were very kind and pleased to be at the winery.
oh, I would give anything to be down in Prince Edward County on your patio having a glass of something and now a taste of something. That's awesome that you now can offer some food as well and give people that experience.
Mm-hmm.
So, what have you been doing before you were able to open? How have things been going at Closson Chase?
Last year was pretty tough. We went through a period where we weren't able to open when we thought we were going to be able to open. So temporary foreign workers up right away. So all of our retail staff and some local people on Closson Road came to help us with our vineyard work for the first little while. So that was really awesome. It was really, it gave us a great appreciation for what our temporary foreign workers are doing here. And it was a really nice feeling of community having everybody out there working on the vines. So and also for the retail staff, it gave them a bit of sense of how much work goes into producing the fruit that eventually becomes the wine. Yeah, so
Absolutely.
that was tough, but then we ended up having quite a successful year once we were able to open. We thought we would be able to open again in March, and then of course we had to shut down again. So it was tough. It was tough for the people who were waiting to work and, the people who wanted to come and drink the wine. And but we're through it on the other side now. Hopefully there'll be no more lockdowns and we can just enjoy the summer.
Absolutely, I hope so too. I think how many acres of vines do you have at Closson Chase?
We have 35 on the estate, and then we have 2 other properties that we manage that are about 3 acres each of Pinot Noir that are in the county, just on Danforth Road, which is just down from Closson Road.
Okay, so you are making a few varieties of wine. Pinot Noir and Chardonnay, I think, are kind of your specialties, and you do such a good job with those wines. But it's all about rosé in June. So we wanted to feature the Closson Chase KJ Watson Rosé.
And I have some here.
Beautiful color.
So this is our 3rd vintage of the Closson Chase. It's KJ Watson. So Kevin Watson is a 3rd generation grape grower in Niagara. He's got about 200 acres under vine, and we purchase our fruit from him. And we started out in 2018 just kind of experimenting into dipping our toes, I guess, into the rosé world. We had previously been with the Pinot Noir making a red Pinot Noir, and we made our first vintage in 2018 with less than 100 cases. And it was so successful that we decided to, and also our estate Pinot Noir is becoming more robust. So we decided to take all of the Pinot Noir that we were getting from the Niagara region and make rosé with all of it. So this year we've made quite a bit more. And if my notes are correct here, we made about 440 cases this year. So in our 3rd year, we went from, less than 100 to 440 cases. So we're pretty excited about it. And we sold out last year, our 2019, quite quickly. So people are enjoying it.
It's such the perfect summer sipper. I can imagine that it goes fast because it's so crisp and delicious. And tell us a little bit about the flavor profile that it has.
So as you would expect with the Pinot Noir, you're going to get the red berries. I find in this one particularly, I get like some strawberries and some orange marmalade as well. And it's got like a really beautiful floral and berry nose. But because it's gone through a partial mallow and it had spent some time on its lees, about 30 days on its lees when it was in the stainless tanks, It's got this really nice roundness about it too. So it's a really great food wine. I find that it goes well with a lot of things because it is such a complex wine.
Tell me a little bit, and for maybe wine lovers who are listening who haven't heard that term on the lees, remind us about what that includes with making winemaking.
So once the fermentation starts taking place, the yeast cells start to die and they kind of precipitate down and fall down to the bottom of the stainless tank. And they kind of contribute a bit of roundness and kind of a baked goods sort of aroma to the wine. And so it's just these dead yeast cells that are contributing to the body of the wine and a little bit of the aromas as well.
And then when it's bottled, all of that sediment at the bottom of the tank is taken off. It doesn't go into
Yes, it's all filtered out. That's correct. Yep.
Right. So you mentioned food. This is, like I said, a perfect summer sipper to have all on its own if you're just on a patio. But what do you like to enjoy it with?
Well, personally, I am a big fan of fish tacos. And I love it with fish tacos. I had some fish tacos the other night with a mango and jalapeno salsa, and it was amazing with that. Keith, our winemaker, he really likes it with black bean burgers or any kind of charcuterie, really. And he also recommended that if you had a nice salad with some goat cheese or feta cheese, that saltiness and the creaminess from the cheese would really play well with this wine.
And I find that about dry rosés. They are such a great wine to have with anything creamy because they kind of cleanse your palate a little bit when, you know, after you've had a couple of bites, and if it's got cream or cheese in it, have a wine that kind of cleanses your palate, and allows you to enjoy that freshness again when you have another bite of the cheese or creaminess.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's awesome. So yeah, we are hopeful that we're down on your patio at some point this summer to sip some rosé or maybe some Chardonnay.
We'd love to see you.
We're really looking forward to getting back to wine country, and even, I mean, it's been hard for you, for Closson Chase, and for other local Prince Edward County vineyards, because even the restaurants haven't been selling your wines or featuring your wines. So I know that you're anxious to get people back at the vineyard as well.
That's correct. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, have a great summer, Erin, and hopefully if we're coming down, we'll let you know.
That sounds great. We'll talk to you soon, Shirley. Thank you.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.